In this tutorial, you'll learn how to automate your workflow using Common Area's Action Engine, as well as manage all stages of the action item from initial request to final completion. Common Area's Action Engine replaces the traditional maintenance work order process with really smart technology that automates the entire workflow and keeps everyone in sync. The Action Engine helps guide and drive each action item through a series of statuses and corresponding next steps designed to define, document, and communicate each step in an automated manner. Statuses mark the action item's position in its workflow. During the process of an action item, you'll notice that it passes through several statuses until it's completed. The selection of next steps you will find will change based on the role as well as the status of the action item. This also means the next step selections will be different from the coordinator and the assignee based on the current status of the action item. Let's take a look at an example workflow for a new action item from the perspective of both the coordinator and the assignee. As you can see, this action item is in the beginning stages of the workflow. Once you select an assignee, you're given the first set of next steps to select from. If you're in the information gathering phase, you might select request information or request price from the person it's assigned to. Or if you've worked with this contact before and are ready to start work, you would select approve start. You can also assign yourself an action item and select mark as complete to record that the work was completed. For this example, we want to get an estimate before approving the assignee to begin. Click request price, then click send to activate the action item. Once the action item is activated, Common Areas will notify the assignee with an email, and the action item will also appear in their action list. Clicking on the action item reveals the current status, which prompts the assignee to respond by selecting the appropriate next steps in the workflow. In this case, the assignee would respond by selecting Submit Price, enter any other necessary information within the action item detail, and then click Save. Likewise, once the assignee completes a step and updates it in the workflow, Common Areas will notify the coordinator and all contributors of the update via email. This will also then update the action item to display the appropriate status and next steps for everyone involved. Now, let's look at the workflow for an action item that was recently completed. So in this example, the assignee is on site and has just finished the work. He's uploaded an image of the completed task with his smartphone and has selected Work Completed in the workflow. Once the assignee reports the work is complete, you'll have the option to confirm it is complete or that it is incomplete, and if so, they need to continue with the task. If you're satisfied with the results, mark the action item complete and click Save to update the workflow. All users and contacts associated with the action item will be notified that the issue has been resolved. The final step in the workflow is to close the action item. After this is done, the action item will no longer show up on your list, but it can always be found by selecting Show Closed Action Items in your search and filter. This completes the tutorial on automating and managing your action item workflow. Thanks for watching.